It's days like these where us as humans, living beings, get reminded of our own mortality. And coming from somebody who understands that they're getting older in a world where their idols are at that age, where they're more susceptible to pass on due to natural causes and whatnot, I'll tell you right now, it does not get any easier. It's rare for me to feel something whenever a famous person or celebrity passes away, and unfortunately, that might be because I feel like I'm desensitized to this kind of thing. Not including the fact that I've lost several family members and some of my closest friends in my personal life up to this current point in time, but keep in mind, we're obviously still in the age of social media, where as soon as you open up whatever app you get your news from or some shit, you just see reports of constant carnage, chaos, and deaths. Just this week alone, we had Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, Samuel Monroe Jr., and not to mention the countless of other people who lost their lives recently, celebrities or not. But there's still a part of me that gets wounded whenever someone virtuous, who's one of the faces of the medium I personally gather my enjoyment in the most, is one of those people who've unfortunately passed away. And I had this exact feeling when I read that this happened with Peter Cullen, who's one of my most favorite voice actors, right up there with Keith David and Morgan Freeman. The man was literally my childhood from 2007 onwards. I admit, if you know me, then you know that my memory isn't exactly the best, but I can definitely recall myself, dabbling in a tiny bit of Transformers before then. It was cool to me back then. Like, I know my parents were into it a bit, and they kind of put me on, but it didn't fully resonate with me until the first Michael Bay movie came out in, well, funnily enough, 2007. We all know the Bayverse movies are objectively, at least the last two, are pretty underwhelming, to put it nicely. But 7-year-old me didn't give a shit in the slightest. I did not care. I remember I was hanging out with my grandmother at her place, and she ended up getting us movie tickets to see the first Bayverse movie. And just keep in mind I was already caught off guard and enamored by the action scenes as is, but getting to that moment where Sam and Michaela meet the Autobots in an alleyway with the blue lighting, literally watching Optimus Prime pull up and spend the next 50 to 60 seconds transforming into its robot mode in front of him, it felt like I was watching a magic trick unfold in front of my very eyes, and I loved every second of it. And I still do. Even though I haven't had the time to watch or read all of the extended media associated with it, it just goes to show how much the franchise has stuck with me since then. Even going back to 2023, when I switched up from doing little gaming walkthroughs, the Borderlands videos, if you're around for those, straight to the Transformers fight scene commentary slot videos. Look, I admit, those early vids of mine weren't exactly the best. I was partially inspired to start doing those because of the content creators I watched at the time, but I've also done so out of love and appreciation for one of my favorite franchises. And obviously, I stuck with it. And I'm still doing Transformers content, even though, it's mainly on the second channel nowadays, to this day. But that's enough reflection on my part. But I really didn't want to make this video to convince you to, make it your goal to start idolizing and glazing and, meat sucking celebrities and whatnot. If you know me, then that's the last thing I want for you to do. But to bring it all back together, what I'm trying to say is time is valuable. All of us, including myself, only have a limited amount of seconds on this plane of existence before our clock expires, continuing the perpetual cycle. Use the time you have remaining left to not only gaze and reflect on the fun memories you've made in the past, but to value and create new ones with the people you love, or by doing the thing you enjoy doing the most. Like I said, we're all getting older, and we won't be around forever. Time, whether we want it or not, is not slowing down. Not for anybody. So, thank you, Peter Cullen. Man, listen. That shit hurts, man. That shit hurts. But much love, you guys. Take it easy.